Okay, guess we live. So I'm gonna start off like this. Check it. I wasn't even gonna create a YouTube page. I was just gonna be one of them dudes that lived in the comments. That's what I was gonna do. Go back and forth with y'all. Fall through a couple Eagles creators pages, Giants pages, talk my shit, and dip. That's all. You know, go back and forth with some of these people that think they know sports. And then I had an altercation, say about a month ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, with one of these prominent Eagle creators. I ain't gonna say his name because they ain't really the point of this. But I gotta give him a little bit of love. You the reason I created this channel. I wasn't even gonna do it. But for me to put a comment in your comment section and then you to respond in a video, and I know you was talking to me. I know you was. Because you see, I paid attention. And what I said created a direct response from your next video. And that's when I knew I might have something. I just might have something. So you know what I said? I'll create my own channel. Because I got tired of being blocked in the comments, not responded to. And when I found out that you can block somebody to where they can comment, but then nobody else can see the comments, bugged me out. I was like, yo, can I get my point across? So, this is what was born. Cowboys fan talk. Talk to me. Talk to me. I got a lot of stuff to get on my chest. But let me say the first thing that I want you guys to know. This is not a reporter channel. I am not a reporter. I don't break stories. I don't. I read, I react, I understand, I digest, and I give you my perspective. This is a perspective channel. Because a lot of these content creators out here, and it's not the Dallas Cowboys content creators. I love y'all. Law Nation, Vosh Lombardi, Mark Holmes. Let me see. Dallas Cowboy Show. Space Cowboy. I know I'm forgetting some. Forgive me. I'm just trying to add to this thing of ours, as Voch would say. You know, give my perspective. You know, be that voice that maybe some people want to come listen to. Because it's a lot of stuff out here that, like, when I hear the narrative or hear how people break it down, I'm not really with it. Especially not on ESPN. Definitely not on FS1. And some of the perspective that's given you by, like, some of the Eagles content creators, I can't take it. I can't take it. So I'm here now. This is going to be it. I got so much stuff. I've been accumulating information, creating things, and like getting ready to add it to the channel. So I can't wait to give it to y'all. I guess in the coming weeks until, I don't know, until y'all get tired of me, I get tired of y'all. I don't know. but seriously, one of the main first things I want to talk about in Cowboys land is Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, and I know that has nothing to do with Dallas, but it does. Because $503 million is $503 million. Or 477 with incentives, or however you want to break it down. This dude is getting bread. And that means that Dak's price just went up. And I know, it's a lot of y'all. Y'all tight in your feelings. Y'all Carl Thomas. That's emotional, by the way. Because Dak getting more money. And you don't like Dak. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I get it. But listen. Dak gonna be here. Period. And whether you want to admit it or not, Dak has gotten a lot better. 13-3 Dak was a careful distributor. He didn't want to make no mistakes. He made sure he hit his check downs. You know, he was focused. The next year, what was it? I think it was it 10-6? 9-7 Dak. 9-7 Dak was, like, what do you say? Getting his just due. Learning that this league will learn you and figure you out. You know, he had a rough second year. He realized that, yeah, when Zeke doesn't pull them safeties down into the box, it's hard to go over the top. But it's good though. You need that. You need to like hit rock bottom a little bit to see if you're gonna rise or if you're gonna just hold this L. You know, 2018 Dak. That Dak right there is what this is the maturation you've seen. So the Dak you see now is something that was born in 2018. You know, Dak came out in 2018, not necessarily guns and blazing. It was like 2017. He was struggling. Then when he got Coop, you know, felt himself a little bit. That Titans game ain't go the way we wanted. But something sparked. We went on another run like we did in 2016. Another run. Yep, started knocking teams out the box. We was rolling until we hit the Indianapolis Colts. And we got humbled a little bit. But we still was rolling, you know. And then Dak showed me something in his first playoff win versus Seattle. Something that really, really, really just let me know, oh, we got a gamer. When a lot of people say like they hung it up at the end, I saw Dak break for about a 17-yard run, break through 2 tackles, and dive towards the end zone. I'm talking about clutch. I'm talking about something that's in here that a lot of people just don't want to give him credit for. They act like that game never happened. They bring up clutch moments and irrelevant times. I've seen people give Carson Wentz credit for these bum-ass last 4 or 5 games from last year and act like they didn't see Dak ball out in all 3 of his playoff games. Now, he's 1-2. I give you that. But even with the 1-2, he's balled in every playoff game he's been in. Absolute ball. His best statistical game versus Aaron Rodgers, he brought us all the way back to almost win that game. I didn't even know he could hit throws like that. I don't think he knew it. He was digging deep. He was just playing. And I like that. Next year, we made playoffs. 2018, Dak was flinging it. Then he beats Russell Wilson in the playoff game. And we go to LA. And Zeke gets bottled up. I love Zeke. I'm still mad about how they was using Zeke. I'm mad about the way Jason Garrett was super conservative, but we're going to touch on that later. And we got a lot of videos that hit that. Because Jason Garrett was so conservative, he cost us plenty of games. No aggression. No aggression at all. But in that game, when a lot of people started to fold, I saw Dak show some resolve. I don't know if you remember that game, the way he came out firing, but it was crazy. He was on point. He was hitting his players, hitting the receivers, hit Coop. Coop was balling out of his mind. And then it was something about the way they started to punish us, running the ball straight down our throat, and the way that our linebackers couldn't shed blocks. And it's almost like they knew our stunts. That was a story too, but maybe we'll get to that one day too. And it's like we folded. It's like we just lost all fire. But Dak never folded. Dak kept fighting. In that second half when they looked like, okay, they got like 250 rushing yards, it's over. Dak is still firing. I remember that play to Gallup. That's a hell of a pass. But people don't give him credit for that. They act like these passes don't happen. They act like these plays don't happen. And then last year, I saw Dak balling in pretty much 13 out of the 16 games. I give you about 3 of them, Dak was just off, man. Especially that Philly game. That last Philly game, he shouldn't have played. He was hurt. But, Dak did the best he could. But a lot of them games we should have won. Dak did his thing. I would say the Philly game, Chicago, I ain't never seen such a poor defensive effort. So I almost don't want to put that all on Dak because nobody could tackle. I'm talking about they had everybody looking crazy. And I would say Buffalo, Thanksgiving, we looked like doo-doo. I can't front. Look, I'm one of the biggest Cowboy fans you're ever going to meet, you know. But listen, Buffalo was terrible. But there's a lot of games we should have won because I ain't going to bring up the Patriots and the Phantom tripping call. That deserves a whole video in itself because people act like that ain't happening. Minnesota, Dak was balling. Drove us down the field in like 5 plays, like 70 yards. Get us to like the, I would say about the 7-yard line. And they started running Zeke, trying to throw to Zeke. And listen, Zeke is amazing. Zeke a baller. But you can't just stifle a drive, take the ball out of the hot hand and just be like, yo, we pay this dude the most. Let's get him the ball. Let's let him shine. Nah. Don't let him shine. They should have just let Dak finish the drive up because he was on point. He was on point. And then, you know one thing I want to touch on? You know, since this is my first time speaking to my millions of, all right. It's not a lot of y'all. But listen, another thing I want to touch on is the fact that people act like the fact that Jason Garrett is now gone, it ain't gonna make no difference. I've never understood how people put such a big emphasis on coaching and they disregard how bad of a coach Jason Garrett was. Jason Garrett was, it's not that he was bad. Let me take that back. Jason Garrett is a comparable coach. He's okay. But that's the problem. He's okay. So you can give him a whole bunch of talent, and that's it. He's just okay. And we want better than okay. Like, we don't want just okay. You can't give us that many playmakers, that type of defense, and you just get okay. There's no way in the world that a motivator, a person with that much talent, can't get that team over the hump. To go into Philly that lifeless, yeah, that was it. Even Jerry couldn't swallow that. He was just like, he got to go. To go into Philly and not score a touchdown, especially when Carson Wentz was playing like trash. Yo, I'm going to break down how trash Carson Wentz is. I swear. We're going to go game by game, and we're going to break it down. It's not that Carson Wentz isn't a decent quarterback. It's that he's way overhyped. And this whole 500 yards, the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards without a 500-yard receiver is bull. It's whack. Because when you really look at it, people start to act like they start to bleed their own narrative. All I hear is Carson Wentz spent all last year throwing the deck chairs and lawn furniture and all this. It's lies. The reality situation is Carson Wentz had most of his receivers all the way up until the Dolphins game. It was the last 4 games where he didn't have Alshon. Alshon played all the way up into the Dolphins game. And he had 130 yards in the Dolphins game. So I don't want to hear that he was hurt. He was fine. And then the last 4 games, he played the Washington Redskins, the New York Giants twice, and he played us. And he had, the last 2 games, he had 1 touchdown per game versus those bad teams. And I don't want to hear that, Carson didn't have nobody to throw to. Carson Wentz has 2 top 10 tight ends. 1 top 3 tight end, and then 1 top 10 tight end. Eagles run a lot of 12 personnel, so they both on the field. Miles Sanders caught plenty of balls because Carson Wentz, actually, not to be funny, y'all like to say Dink and Dak, but Carson Wentz is a check down specialist or check down guru, as one of the YouTube creators like to say. He's a check down guru. I'm going to post these stats. We're going to get into those. But yeah, Carson Wentz like to throw it to his running back and let them create. So, you know what I'm saying? we're going to have to break all this down, man. I just wanted to come on here and like touch base with y'all and let y'all know that there's a new voice in town, and new person that like to get stuff across. And you know, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. But I want y'all to talk to me. Talk to me.